ultimately this was a bad idea. I was working at a slice shop. I was bicycling to work, and a car door appeared in front of me very suddenly. And I ended up breaking my elbow, or fracturing my elbow. You know when you take like some time off work, you're like, oh, I don't want to go back. And that's when I started really seriously thinking about opening my own shop. We're not really aspiring to be much more than a little neighborhood shop. In today's world where a McDonald's meal costs you close to $20, people have been really happy to see a $5 slice of pizza. Bestseller, definitely pepperoni or cheese, kind of the classic. And again, I'm not primarily out here to make money. I'm sort of an anti-capitalist. Offer quality product at a fair price and people will come out to get that. Hi, I'm Graham. I own Graham's Pizza, and this guy thinks we're open.
Sorry, it says it's closed. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, it's closed today, yeah.
Hi, I'm Graham, owner of Graham's Pizza. We're in the Toronto's Junction Triangle. This is my pizza shop in what used to be a garage, I think. I think for a long time in pizza making, people guarded their recipes really closely. That was more of an old school thing. I mean, you hear about places ripping the labels off their cans before they put them in the garbage. Nobody knows what brand of tomatoes they're using. The thing about pizza's basically been solved. Make good bread and then source good toppings and you're most of the way there to making good pizza. Anybody who tells you that it's New York tap water that makes New York pizza is not correct. It's a total myth. If you have good tap water, it'll make good pizza. That said, if your water tastes like vinegar or something, don't use it for pizza because it'll be terrible. But it's my mixer. It's a 40-quart spiral mixer. So once the flour's in the bowl, flour, water, salt, yeast, and some oil. You can tell it's ready. So this is gluten in action. It's still quite tight. So it's a very stiff dough. Sort of fight it to get it out of the mixer. You know you've developed some strength in the dough when it's trying to fight you to get it out. I mean, I'm probably getting arthritis. I think my dad has arthritis, so the problems he complained about when he was a kid, or when I was a kid, they're afflicting me now. Joints are sore, my back hurts, music's too loud. So this is a batch of dough I made, experimental batch of dough I made, but you can see it's very different from the dough I just made. It has relaxed quite a bit, and you can see the gluten network inside the dough. That'll make a nice pizza crust. Working in kitchens for 20 years now, working in restaurants off and on. And I like the lifestyle, I didn't necessarily like the job. And then eventually I ended up working at a pizzeria and found that was actually an aspect of cooking that I really liked, developing dough recipes and satisfying in an interactive way. I was looking for a small commercial space for a lot of years, and didn't really find anything cheap or affordable because the city's insane because, landlords. Because I didn't want a real restaurant with a lot of staff and overhead and all that. Above all, I didn't want to manage people, really. I wanted a little hole in the wall to cook pizzas. I don't know if you've ever seen an old cobbler shop where it's just a man in his shop with some tools surrounded by shoes and stuff. That's really romantic idea for me. So this is our large dough, and it's been living in this tin for the last 3 days. Let gravity do some of the work. You can see the dough will start stretching on its own and collapse. So we'll throw it on our screen. Local mozzarella. The company is 5 minutes away. So I do sauce on top here just because I like the look of it. I stole this off an old school spot in New York City. These are local pepperonis, pepper and char style pepperoni, crisps up nicely. The idea behind this restaurant, part of it is that I'm kind of lazy, so I wanted a menu that one person could put together. We make dough, but I also as far as prep goes, we're blending some tomatoes and chopping some things up and using a deli slicer, and that's it. That's a pizza. And once it comes out of the oven, we put it on a screen just because you want airflow on the bottom. If you put it on a hard surface, you're basically just steaming the bottom of the pizza, so you'll lose that crispness. Not a lot of thought went into this. Well, we were before we had the shop open, it was where am I going to put a menu? Or looking for signage options. And some signs custom signs get really expensive. But I wanted something I could change pretty constantly, and that seemed like a lot of work. And I have cardboard and a marker, and it's sort of become on brand to look like garbage. It's funny. I had a marketing person come in, being I really love all that you've done with the design is so well thought. And no, I just had cardboard. I had a Sharpie. Yeah. Here's a cheat code. So I sometimes am my own worst enemy because I have pointy knuckles. So sometimes I put thin spots with my knuckles in the dough. So this will be frowned upon. If you just have an extra little bit of dough on the side, what you can do is grab it, stretch it out really thin, and you make a little band-aid. You can also use a basil leaf. That's what they'll tell you in Neapolitan style pizza. That's a no-no. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I make the rules, so I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want. You know, stretching out your band-aid, so to speak, it's really thin because otherwise you'll have like a extra doughy lump in the middle of the pizza. So why I picked the location was the space, first and foremost. The neighborhood has been really, really great to us. Like it almost feels like not Toronto, how close-knit it is and how supportive people have been. Since we're sort of, hemmed in on all sides by train tracks, it sort of feels a little like insular, like finally there's some stuff here. And so the neighborhood's really come out in a great way to support us, and I'm super, super grateful about it. And everybody's been like really, really nice. Like, it's sort of unusual in this industry. You get cynical about people because you deal with a lot of, people, and people can sometimes be shit. And there's been like absolutely like nobody has been, terrible to us. Occasionally you get like, the oddball, but like people are great here. It's been really good. Yeah, but no expansion ever, no second location. I just have no interest in that. This is what I have. I'm gonna make do with what I have. I don't know. I just kind of want to make pizzas. I don't want to work for anybody else. I just want to set my own schedule, do my own thing, do it how I want.